Hey guys, welcome back to the Surf Review. My name is Shane. I'm the CEO and founder at LibMGMT. I'm your co-host. I'm here with my mans, the Yak. What's going on, bro?
What's good, Shane?
All right, we're going to be talking about some music today. What song we getting into?
We got Stressed Out by Curtis Roach on the playlist today.
Oh, shit. That's the homie. That's the homie. Shout out Curtis Roach. All right.
Definitely shout out to Curtis Roach. Shout out to not being in the house motherfucking bored today, Shane.
Facts. And I know my man's is enjoying this nice weather. He's been feeling it, as we all are. For those of you that don't know, Curtis Roach is out of Detroit. So he is from the same place that we are, and we're all from certain areas of Detroit. It's one big family. Like this city, it's Detroit versus everybody. That really is a thing because we're all cut from the same cloth. We're all working harder than you are if you're not from Detroit. No offense. And I really love Curtis. I've known about him for well before Bored in the House. But yeah, what's your thoughts on him? Let's just start there.
I just got familiar with him with Bored in the House and then like following him on TikTok because he make my baby laugh a lot. So I'm not really all the way in tune with the music, but from today, like before the show, getting everything together, you letting me hear some of the shit that he got unreleased that's coming. I feel like Curtis Roach is being slept on, bro.
He is definitely being slept on in the fact that, like, so Bored in the House made him an overnight sensation, right? And I actually asked him, I brought him into a workshop we were doing, and I asked him, like, what was that process like of Tyga reaching out? Like, first of all, can you imagine Tyga calling your phone? Would you believe it if you get a text, you get a bunch of missed calls from a number you don't recognize, yo, this is Tyga?
Not at all.
I would not have called that number back.
At all.
Yeah. Because it's crazy when those kind of things happen. Something goes viral. And I remember going back speaking from Bored in the House, right? I had known about Curtis for probably 2 years prior to that. I've been a fan of his music for a minute. If you haven't, checked out Anxiety. That song is lit. But my girl showed me, she pulls up her TikTok. At the time, I didn't care about TikTok. I still don't, but it's important. And she goes, yo, is this Curtis Roach? And I look at it, he's going, Bored in the House, and I'm in the house bored. I'm like, that's Curtis. That's Curtis Roach. And I knew my man's was going to do something like this. Why? His personality. Like you said, he making your baby laugh. Like, you can just see his personality flowing through all of the things that he does. Like, what are some of the things you take away from his personality?
I take away that he his own motivation. That's what I feel when I see him. Also, it's like, I feel like he in a space that he want out of real bad. Because I see him make a lot of TikToks about people asking about the Bored in the House song. And I feel him because you getting me hip to his music and I'm hearing it. It's like, bro, why y'all keep asking me about Bored in the House when I'm so fucking talented?
Facts.
Like, I got music. Like, ask me about the music. Don't come ask me to rap Bored in the House.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, at the end of the day, Bored in the House for him was just, I mean, he was sitting at his kitchen table. He didn't know that was going to go viral the way it did. I mean, that was the biggest, I'd argue that's the biggest TikTok hit. I'd have to look at the numbers and the data, but I don't know of another song that was as big as Bored in the House was.
I can't think of no TikTok song that was bigger than it. Unless Drake, Tootsie Slide, maybe, possibly.
You can't even throw Drake into that category, bro. I got to call you out there. But with Curtis, Bored in the House, like, to become an overnight sensation, that's not easy to deal with for anybody. Would you agree?
I definitely agree.
And so this song that we're reviewing today is called Stressed Out because he's stressed out. Like, there's really not too much to question there. I mean, it's one of those things, like, when you have opportunities coming into where you can't even keep track of your email, you can't even look at it and make a decision. Okay, I have 6 different production like that want me for this thing on this date. How are you supposed to make those decisions?
I ain't ready.
I don't know if any of us are. That overnight sensation's a difficult thing to deal with. What were some of the things you heard from this song here, whether it's in any format?
So I'm gonna bring back the term caption bars from episode 1. I heard a lot of caption bars in this song, so I can see once it gets the traction that it deserves, I can see a lot of these bars from this song being on captions. I can see a lot of them being TikToks too.
I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah, he's really witty with those caption bars. I mean, he understands social media. And so I'm going to speak on this song from my perspective of having known Curtis prior to Board in the House. So, like I said, I was a fan. I've wanted to work with the homie for a couple of years now. And I've just thought he was one of the most authentic musicians that I've ever heard. When I listen to his music, I don't feel like he's capping. I don't feel like he's trying to be something he's not. I feel like he's his most authentic self.
I can get that vibe from him.
Yeah, and so when I was talking to him, prior to he says in the song, "I dreamed of it but didn't really plan it. Man, I'm stressed out." And it's like, how many of y'all are out there dreaming of blowing up into a superstar, having your song played on the radio, playing halftime shows of the Pistons or any major sports team? How many of y'all are dreaming of rapping on stage in front of tens of thousands of people? How many of y'all are dreaming of doing those things? Now, what if it had
10 people? Everybody want to be a star now. Even if they don't want to rap, like, people want to be Instagram famous or TikTok famous or Twitter famous. Everybody is looking to be famous in this era.
I agree with that. Now, what if it happens tomorrow? Are you ready for it?
I'm not.
I'm not. I don't think anybody can be ready for something like that overnight. I think it's such a difficult thing to have to deal with, to be able to, deal with Tyga calling your phone 6 times, then shooting you a text, "Yo, this is Tyga." I wouldn't know how to do it. I wouldn't call that number back. Like,
okay, I got a question, Shane.
What's up?
The Tyga call. You think he was pressing him because he need him? I think a lot of artists in the Tyga category, like, I wouldn't say need. Need is a strong word. But, like, let's take Bow Wow and Soulja Boy, for example. Like, right now, how they just picking stuff, throwing it at the wall, seeing what's going to stick. Like, you think artists like that be, like, fiending for relevance?
Yes.
Okay.
All day. If Tyga doesn't pick up Board in the House first, somebody else is going to. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, he knew that was already popular. He knew he had the influence to step in, take over the song, and bring it to that commercial mainstream vibe that he did. Mm-hmm. That's a blessing for Curtis, but yes, he needed that, and he needs to do those things. They all do. I mean, which one is Tyga? Which one of the Kardashians is Tyga married to?
The youngest one.
Anybody know?
Is they married?
He's not married yet.
Or is he with, I guess? Okay.
They got like a relationship, him and Kylie.
Yeah.
That's Travis Scott girl now, right? Travis Scott is married to her, actually.
Okay. Well, whichever Kardashian it is, which shows you how little attention we pay to those, because, we're good people. It's, he's probably set for life. I mean, and I'm sure their lifestyle is crazy expensive, but I know their lifestyle is crazy expensive, but he's set for life. But to stay relevant as an artist, you need to be able to pick up things that are going viral. And at the end of the day, Curtis Roach knows how to make a viral video even when he's not trying, and Tyga doesn't.
Facts.
So he picks up the song, and I'm looking at this as Curtis is somebody I know at a certain extent to a personal level. And he is, guess what, like most artists, just like we talked about with Drake the last time we were here, he's a human being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's one of those things where human beings, like, if y'all have something crazy happening in your life, I know I have crazy things that happen to me all the time, and it's like, I struggle to deal with those things. How do we keep up? And I think that's what he's talking about is in his music here, is like, with Stressed Out, he's just telling his truth. It's one of those things where telling your truth and being authentic in your music, so many artists are capping, like,
facts.
Yeah, they don't have.
Definitely the cap era.
It is the biggest cap era. I'm so on that, bro. And it's my favorite thing about Curtis Roach is that he's not that. He's not a capping artist. He's gonna tell you he's gonna Kamehameha like Goku. My favorite line in that song, just because who doesn't love Dragon Ball Z? probably a lot of people, but for him, it's one of those things. He's not going to front on you like he's wearing gold chains or like he's trying to make money or that he is anything more than who he is. And it's just take it or leave it, like him or don't. Like, he doesn't care. He's just going to keep making his art the way he wants to make his art. And guess what? He went viral, and now he's got a song that he's, if he's financially responsible, which I know the young man is, he's going to be set for life because he can turn that into other businesses. He can flip that revenue and, grow it. And sometimes that's all it takes. But when you have these opportunities in front of you that are unfathomable to most, especially in such a short amount of time, which Board in the House came out a year ago now. And this is Curtis Roach's only his second track since Board in the House came out. He had What's Poppin', Bamboo Lounge, What's Poppin'. I always say What's Poppin' because it's in the chorus. I texted that once. He's like, with that Jack Harlow song? I'm like, no, my bad, bro. Like, no, it's called Bamboo Lounge. And then this most recent one, Stressed Out. Why do you think he hasn't released more music?
I think, personally, I feel like he got a plan. I don't know what the plan is. You probably have a better idea than me, but I feel like he got a plan. I think he got stuff up his sleeve to make more artists on Tiger level reach out to him. And he probably strategizing a way to release it.
And he is for sure. I think, now this is me speaking from a business mindset and not a personal. He should have released more music after Board in the House than he did.
Facts.
Because he should have capitalized on the momentum now he hasn't lost that momentum. He's still growing. People are paying attention, and the city of Detroit has really gotten behind him. Mm-hmm. They've really stepped up behind him. They want him to win. We all do. I don't know what it is that he's just one of those lovable people that you just want to see him win.
He got good energy, like my mans that used to be on Instagram, like, it is you. You're beautiful. You remember him?
I do. That's you're right.
Him. Yeah.
Good energy. I don't think Curtis Roach is going anywhere.
I don't think so either.
If you think he's a one-hit wonder, you're wrong. That's how I feel about it. A lot of people, I feel like, think he's a one-hit wonder right now, and he's tired of Board in the House, man. Stop asking my mans. Obviously, yes, that's what you know him from. But maybe if you ever get the chance to meet him, why ask him about that? Maybe just walk up to him and be like, hey, aren't you Curtis Roach? Do you have anything new? Like, what are you doing with life? Rather than, are you bored in the house? Because if you're meeting him, he's probably not bored in the house. Because how the hell did you get into Curtis Roach's house? Grove Studios in Ypsilanti, Michigan is a 24/7 hourly and subscription-based music rehearsal, DJ, production, video, photography, and podcast studio. They have everything you need to create the content your fans want. Visit their website at grovestudios.space to book your session today.
I feel like the point you was making before this, if he would have dropped more music at the peak of the momentum, a lot of people probably would have been stopped asking him about Board in the House. But if people searching him and that's what's popping up, that might be the reason why they constantly asking him about Board in the House. So he might need like a little hard drive purge or something. Just throw some singles out there.
And I think that's what we've been seeing from him, since then. I mean, he's got a couple. He did a joint with Forever Golden that is, several other artists that are popping out at Detroit. They're all just one group, homies, like that. They're super dope together. I think, though, it's hard to make decisions. He's independent, not signed to a label that I'm aware of at this point. And I think with him making those decisions, like, my man's is 21 years old. He might be 22 by now. Don't quote me on that. I know I couldn't make a decision to save my life when I was 21 years old.
Hell no.
Now imagine making a decision that could be impactful of tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars. I get it. My man's is stressed out.
I would definitely be stressed out.
I'm stressed out about choosing what I'm eating for lunch today. Like, decision making is hard, and it when you didn't really plan for it, you dreamed of it, but you didn't really plan for it, as he says in Stressed Out here. It's like now you're forced to make all those decisions. Mm-hmm. and you don't want to make the wrong one because your career could go sideways. And like at that, when you've reached that point, you don't get another shot to redo. If you do, you're
blessed.
Yeah, you pulled a genie out of somewhere. You got some free wishes from somebody.
And that's what he was for Tiger, I feel like.
What do you mean? Elaborate.
Curtis Roach was that second win for Tiger when Tiger hopped on the song with him.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Tiger capitalized on it super quick because he knew how big the song was getting across TikTok, and his label wanted to just have Tiger do something. You know, they pushed him to like, hey, let's capitalize on something that's really popping off right now. That's like going viral to an insane level that is almost unexplainable with algorithms and the way these platforms work nowadays. I think for Curtis, like having to make all those decisions, like stop asking him about board in the house, please. Like we're asking
y'all. Both of us is begging y'all. Me and Shane begging y'all people. Don't ask him about board in the house no more.
Ask him if he's less stressed out. If you see him soon, go follow my man's library. Like, yeah, it's one of those things. It's really cool that he popped off that way. It's really cool that his career flourished so fast. But the pressure that amounts onto a person, I don't care, like, if this is what you've been working for a decade, if you just started last week, if you have never had that kind of fame, success, if you have never sat in the car, turned on the radio, and heard yourself be played repeatedly when you weren't expecting it a month ago, like, you'll never be able to understand the pressure.
Man.
And so for me, with this song, Stressed Out, it makes me happy to know that he is willing to get that vulnerable with his audience. Like, vulnerability is a weapon when you do it the right way. Most people are scared of it, and he's showing here, like, he's going to tell you how he's feeling. He doesn't give a shit. Like, why does he need to give a shit if you like it or not? He's speaking his truth. And for me, when it comes to music, that is what makes classic music.
That's what make artists that don't die also.
Facts.
Even if they not the super biggest artists in the world, like Currency, for example. Currency ain't the biggest artist in the world, but Currency never been scared to be vulnerable with his fan base. So he got a sort of a cult following.
Right, and that's called
he dropped.
Career sustainability. Mm-hmm. That's what we call that. And that's somebody that's going to build a long-term career. I don't think Curtis is going anywhere. Not anytime soon. I'm curious if he ends up signing a deal. I know they've approached him on those. Multiple. They had to have. Like, that song was huge. Like, I know I don't typically listen to the radio, but I do tap in just to see what they're playing. I couldn't escape that song for months. Like, I was stressed out about it. For real. My man's couldn't, like, I couldn't imagine. Like, I felt for him. There was some universal energy. I'm like, damn, what's he got to do next? Like, I'm trying to figure it out, plotting while I'm driving. Like, so I get it. I get where he's coming from. Aside from, I felt like, okay, so aside from all of that, I felt like this was his most like the lyricism in the song. I felt like he really got into his boom bap. Like, he was gonna stunt a little in the lyrics, and I felt the lyricism was amazing on this track.
I ain't gonna lie, you playing that track made me confident in him as an artist, because I was one of those bored in the house. I was one of them. I would have asked him about bored in the house.
I'm actually happy you were. I'm stoked on that.
You actually, like, you just showed me that he got artistry in him and he can last in the game. So
I think so too, and especially coming out of Detroit, like, he's just one of those people. The city is behind him so strong that, like, he's a Detroit legend. He's 20, 21, 22 years old, and he's here to live in Detroit infamy, I think. I don't think the city will ever forget Curtis Roach. I really hope they don't. I really hope that they continue to support him to the level that they have. And I also want to touch on, before we wrap this one up for today, I want to touch on the production of this song. How did you feel about it?
This was produced by his brother, right, Bert?
That's Be Free. We're gonna talk about that one the next time.
Why I keep doing that?
Don't worry
Shout
about it,
out
bro.
Be Free.
Shout out Be Free. That's
Who
the family.
Who the producer for this one?
So I do believe that. I don't know if he. Let me double check. I do believe that this was produced by. Okay, no, it was produced by Ben 8EEN. I actually don't know that producer. Hold on, guys, we're figuring it out.
That's wild. I never. Ben, he not exaggerating. That's his name, y'all. The producer's name is Ben. Like, has been. Not like BEN, like past tense Ben. So, I don't know. I feel like I ain't gonna get too deep into the producer name. Or none of that,
Yeah, we'll move on from that.
as far as the sound of the song, I feel like if he stay in this lane, not box himself in, but like for right now, while he in this emo bag, boom bap bag, I feel like he can capitalize because it's a lot of artists right now that's making. I want to find the right word for this. That's making like they creating that lane that once was here for boom bap. They widening it back up right now.
I agree.
So it's coming full circle for artists who care more about saying something that's gonna touch an audience as opposed to making something that's gonna get some ass shaking.
Yeah. Oh, that's facts. And I think with that, so many artists. I had another artist that we work with directly. He says something pretty profound to me. I was out in LA and I was helping him, roll out a song, whatnot. And he said it's really easy for artists to make their audience sad with their music. It's a lot harder to make people happy, make your audience happy with your music.
Facts.
Big facts. Curtis is one of those people that can drive emotion out of a track. And if this one, while it's that sad, this wasn't as sad. It's almost kind of like, yeah, he's dealing with all this shit. But he still said, I'm going to Kamehameha like Goku because he's going to boss up. He's going to deal with it. He's going to keep coming and he's going to keep making like timeless music. And I don't doubt that.
I seen this as more of a declaration also than a sad song.
I agree.
Like he was just laying it raw to the people that's like you that knew him before boarding the house. He was letting them know like it's a journey, it's stressful because the shit came faster than I expected it. But don't lose faith because I'm still hungry. I'm still gonna drop dope shit and we still gonna get where we meant to go.
Facts. And I think with that, it's like he really did just kind of like, let me show you who I am on this. Let me boss up on you a little because he's so happy and bubbly and just like this positive person that he flipped it on him. He flipped the script.
Beautifully, I might add.
He did a great job, and it's a dope track. It's also engineered by the homie Cheer Captain. I gotta point that out. Shout out to him, Cheer Captain. That's my man's. Dude is one hell of an engineer, and he made this song sound so crisp, so
Definitely
clean.
did. Shout out to Cheer Captain.
Yep. He's a dope R&B pop artist, but he does a lot of engineering stuff, and it's just really good. I think the last point I want to touch on here is that there is this like collaborative atmosphere in Detroit right now that I don't think another city can touch. I see, I work with a lot of these Detroit artists, and they're working together. Like, that's dope.
I ain't gonna lie. I always said if Michigan was to ever stop competing with each other so crazy that we would take over music.
I think that's about to happen. I
about
really
to.
do. I think it's happening right now. And I know that for a fact because I'm seeing all these artists that are popping off, the Curtis Roaches, the Be Frees, even the behind-the-scenes artists, the musicians, the engineers, the Cheer Captains, the Daniel Hexes, the teams, the Forever Golden team. I mean, those 5 artists alone, I would put them up against anybody in hip-hop right now. Straight up. You don't have to respect my opinion, audience. It's facts. Forever Golden is cold. J Squared, Wyandotte, Santana Da Vinci, Be Free, and Curtis Roach. 5 hardest rappers that are all working together. They're doing their group thing on the side, and people don't even know that. And that's super dope. I feel like we need to get people hip to that.
Facts.
Yeah, shout out Forever Golden. Detroit is just coming on super heavy. Next time we're going to be reviewing Be Free, who's one of Curtis's homies. Both of them, just Detroit is blessed right now. That collaborative atmosphere it's something to be messed with. I'm so happy to see these artists are collaborating instead of competing.
Facts. I'm just hoping that it keeps spreading throughout the whole state of Michigan. We could see more cities popping off. More
I agree.
artists popping off, because Michigan is like a huge melting pot of
Talent.
a variety of sounds, a variety of different like visual artists. Like, I feel like the talent bank here is like you just said, it's unmatched.
It's deep right now. It's facts. I think I really do believe Detroit's about to go through something special. Something very that just is cemented in those headlines of music history. These kids, and Curtis Roach is one of the ones leading the way, and we just want to see him keep winning. So he may be stressed out, but you know what? We love it. We love to see it. We love to hear him tell his truth. We love this track. Go stream it. You guys know where you listen to music. Is Curtis Roach stressed out? I'm not going to tell you it's where it is, but you can find the Surf Review on CouchSurfTV, on YouTube, on Audio Mac, on everywhere. Right here. It's all beautifully placed on the screen. Again, my name is Shane. I'm here with my mans. Tell them who you are, bro.
I am the Yak God.
And this was the Surf Review, audience. We will see you next time, live from Grove Studios in Ypsilanti. Shout out the team there. Shout out AudioMac. Shout out all the family. Like, we're just all working together. Let's keep getting it. Peace.
Peace.